Oh yes, we did. This is the time of the dedication of the first temple of Yahweh by King Shalimah. 1 Kings chapter 8 verses 22 through 61. Then Shalimah stood before the altar of Yahweh in front of the whole assembly of Yahusharal, and he spread out his hands towards heaven and said, "O Yahweh Alaeh Yahusharal, like unto you there is no Elohim in heaven above or on earth below, keeping your covenant of loving devotion with your servants who walk before you with all their hearts. You have kept your promise to your servant my father David. What you spoke with your mouth you have fulfilled with your hand this day. Therefore now, Yahweh Alaeh Yahusharal, keep for your servant my father David what you promised when you said, you will never fail to have a man sit before me on the throne of Yahusharal, if only your descendants guard their way to walk before me as you have done. And now, Alaeh Yahusharal, please confirm what you promised to your servant my father David. But will indeed God, Elohim, dwell on earth, even heaven? The heaven of heavens cannot contain you, much less this temple I have built. Yet regard the prayer and plea of your servant, O Yahweh Alaeh, so that you may hear the cry and the prayer that your servant is praying before you today. May your eyes be open toward this temple night and day, towards the place of which you said, my name shall be there, so that you may hear the prayer that your servant prays toward this place. Hear the plea of your servant and of your people Yahusharal when they pray toward this place. May you hear from heaven, your dwelling place. May you hear and forgive. When a man sins against his neighbor and is required to take an oath, and he comes to take an oath before your altar in this temple, then may you hear from heaven and act. May you judge your servants, condemning the wicked man by bringing down on his own head what he has done, and justifying the righteous man by rewarding him according to his righteousness. When your people Yahusharal are defeated before an enemy because they have sinned against you, and they return to you and confess your name, praying and pleading with you in this temple, then may you hear from heaven and forgive the sin of your people Yahusharal. May you restore them to the land you gave to their fathers. When the skies are shut and there is no rain because your people have sinned against you, and they pray towards this place and confess your name, and they turn from their sins because you have afflicted them, then may you hear from heaven and forgive the sin of your servants, your people Yahusharal, so that you may teach them the good way in which they should walk. May you send rain upon the land that you gave your people as an inheritance. When famine or plague comes upon the land, or blight, or mildew, or locusts, or grasshoppers, or when their enemy besieges them in their cities, whatever plague or sickness may come, then may whatever prayer or petition your people Yahusharal make, each knowing his own afflictions and spreading out his hands toward this temple, be heard by you from heaven, your dwelling place, and may you forgive and act and repay each man according to all his ways, since you know his heart. For you alone know the hearts of all men, so that they may fear you all the days they live in the land that you gave our fathers. And as for the foreigner, who is not of your people Yahusharal, but has come from a distant land because of your name. For they will hear of your great name and mighty hand and outstretched arm. When he comes and prays toward this temple, then may you hear from heaven your dwelling place and do according to all for which the foreigner calls to you. Then all the peoples of the earth will know your name and fear you, as do your people, Yahweh, and they will know that this house I have built is called by your name. When your people go to war against their enemies, wherever you send them, and when they pray to Yahweh in the direction of the city you have chosen and the house I have built for your name, then may you hear from heaven their prayer and their plea, and may you uphold their cause. If they sin against you, for there is no one who does not sin, and you become angry with them and deliver them to an enemy who takes them as captive to his own land, whether near or far, and when they come to their senses, when they bethink themselves in the land to which they were taken, and they repent and plead with you in the land of their captors, saying, we have sinned and have done wrong, we have acted wickedly. And when they return to you with all their heart and soul in the land of their enemies who took them captive, and when they pray to you in the direction of the land you gave to their fathers, the city you have chosen, and the house I have built for your name, then may you hear from heaven, your dwelling place, their petition, and may you uphold their cause. May you forgive your people who have sinned against you and all the transgressions they have committed against you, and may you grant them compassion in the eyes of their captors to show them mercy. For they are your people and your inheritance. You brought them out of my train, out of the furnace of iron. May your eyes be open to the pleas of your servant and of your people, Yahweh, and may you listen to them whenever they call to you. For you, O Adonai Yahweh, as your inheritance, have set them apart from all the peoples of the earth, as you spoke to your servant Moshe when you brought our fathers out of my train. Now when Shalamah had finished praying the entire prayer and petition to Yahweh, he got up before the altar of Yahweh, where he had been kneeling with his hands spread out toward heaven. And he stood and he blessed the whole assembly of Yahweh in a loud voice, saying, Blessed be Yahweh, who has given rest to his people Yahweh according to all that he promised. Not one word has failed. For all the good promises he made through his servant Masha. May Yahweh Alaeno be with us as he was with our fathers. May he never leave us or forsake us, and of his people, Yahweh, as each day requires, so that all the peoples of the earth may know that Yahweh is Alaim. There is no other. So let your heart be fully devoted to Yahweh, Alaeno, as it is this day, to walk in his statutes and to keep his commandments. Amen.